never prostitutes. In a later meeting at the White House, Comey writes the president said the hookers thing is nonsense, but that Putin had told him, "We have some of the most beautiful hookers in the world." The Russians deny that conversation ever took place. The Comey memos also recount the now famous meeting in the Oval Office where the president allegedly urged his FBI director to go easy on fired National Security Advisor Michael Flynn, telling Comey, "I hope you can let this go." But in another memo, Comey writes that Trump has serious reservation about Mike Flynn's judgment. He says Trump was infuriated Flynn waited days to inform him that a foreign leader, whose name is redacted, had called to congratulate him on his inauguration. And tonight, CNN reporting the Inspector General's office is reviewing how Comey handled the memos, including whether any classified information was improperly shared. Well, it is April 20th, also known as 420, and marijuana users in San Francisco celebrated on Hippie Hill. Tens of thousands lit up at exactly 4:20 Pacific time for what's called a synchronized smoke. Recreational pot is now legal in California. It's a reunion 5 years in the making. A former drug addict credits a California police officer with helping her get her life back on track. The last time she saw the lieutenant, he took her to jail, but now she's about to graduate from college.
He would encourage me all the time. "Tiffany, you can do better than this. Tiffany, why don't you try to go to school? Tiffany, why don't you stop?"
The biggest joy of my professional career is from time to time having contact with people who have found their way out of horrible circumstances and into life's success.
Quite a success story there. Tiffany graduates next month and invited the lieutenant to join her, something he says he will not miss. She wants to become a social worker so she can give back to others. Now to this, a high school in Annapolis taking a drastic and some argue controversial step to stop smoking and vaping on campus. Broadneck High School removed the doors to some bathrooms. The stall doors are still there, but many parents and students say there has got to be a better solution.
It's just overall really frustrating because, like, thinking about it, that's invading our privacy. Like, school's not exactly a private place, and the bathroom's like the one place that gives us privacy.
Many students say if their classmates want to light up, they'll go elsewhere. The high school tried keeping the bathroom doors open, but people kept stealing the doorstops. A 5-year-old boy in Florida is speaking tonight about a terrifying experience, but it's one where he ended up being a hero.
I called on Mama's phone. It was terrible.
I ended up walking in the kitchen, and next thing I knew, I woke up to this officer waking me up.
So let me explain what happened here. Anthony knew exactly what to do when his mom collapsed. He immediately grabbed her phone to call his dad.
Call the cops again. No, call Dad again.
Get the idea.
Right.
Thanks to little Anthony's quick thinking, his mom is okay. The sheriff honored him with a new title. Anthony is now a junior deputy patrolling the streets, and he's only 5 years old. So what do you say? Give him maybe 30 years and he'll be chief?
Yeah, I know that's going to be about it. Yeah, she's very lucky
Yes.
that he knew what to do there.
And a reminder of how important it is to teach your kids these basic things, these basic skills that may come in handy one day.
And in that case, came in extraordinarily handy for her. So we have a pretty nice weekend in store for us, which is good. Temperatures,
this looks nice.
Yeah, they're going to be a little bit on the cool side relative to where we should be, and that's where we are right now. I mean, we're only in the 40s to a low 50s in some of the warmer spots, but temperatures with the light winds will continue to drop through the evening tonight, eventually dropping on down to the mid, maybe low 30s. In some of our areas. So let's just talk right about that. Your future clouds and radar. Skies are clear. I mean, how beautiful was it today with all the sunshine out? Very few clouds, if any. And now because of the light winds, these temperatures will go down. So out the door tomorrow, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, you can expect right around 34 in Frederick, 35 Gaithersburg, 36 Warrenton. I know most of these, all these numbers on this particular map are above freezing. They're close, but they're above. There will be some isolated spots that aren't necessarily on this map, certainly in some of the valley areas. Cold air is heavier than warm air, so when you have light winds, clear skies, some of that cold air can sink on down. That's why there is that freeze warning that's in effect primarily for the Shenandoah Valley, northern Maryland, the Blue Ridge, places like that. and it really only has an effect in terms of well, comfort, certainly. But your plants, I would keep them covered one more night. And then tomorrow, once we hit about 9 o'clock in the morning, temperature should be well above that. And so you can uncover those plants. That's no problem at all. By noon, we're at 55 degrees here in D.C. By the afternoon, low 60s, mid to low 60s in some spots. A little bit warmer the farther south you are. The opposite, a little bit cooler. And other than some high-level clouds trailing across the area, should be a clear day, a very delightful one with some fairly light winds. Those winds just out of the north. So no, winds aren't going to be a problem for you. Sunshine, have your sunscreen if you're going to be out all day. And temperatures are going to be a little bit below the normal, which is 68 this time of year. Well, it's still very hot. I mean, it's not like it's going to be in the 40s for high temperatures with clouds and rain. So that's good there. So a beautiful weekend in store for us. Monday, some increasing clouds. Dry all 3 days. Next weather maker is Tuesday night and Wednesday. We'll keep our eyes on that. I was looking at some of the severe weather parameters that we look at.